What is currently causing you to live unhappy? Answering one question wrong on an application for the job I've been waiting for years. My resume was thrown out because of that one question. Definitely my fault, but I'm having a hard time accepting this dumb mistake of mine. I watched a documentary about this on HBO. I think it's freaking terrible. My face. I was born with deformities, and while I've become the person I want, I told myself I would be finished with the surgeries before I went to college. Now I'm about to go to college and still at essentially square one. After over a dozen surgeries, I just want to look normal. People who aren't deformed in some way can't understand just how much it affects you. It consumes your identity. I remember when I was young how important it seemed just to be like everyone else. I can only try to imagine how it would feel to have gone through so many surgeries and to still feel yourself standing out. My cat passed away at the age 19. I really miss him. I got him as my 6th birthday present as a little kitten. He passed away 2 days ago. We had a really nice funeral for him yesterday. Wife just moved out with our 3 kids. I can handle a divorce, but I cry every night because my kids are under my roof. It's all I can think about. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it gets better for you. My boyfriend had an, apparently, successful software business, but his greedy partners, in sales, not programming, wanted all the profits, so they stole his source code with a lie, then outsourced to India. They lied to us for years about the original company barely staying afloat while this other company thrived and now makes $12 million annually. We found out about it several months ago when we hired lawyers to investigate what we thought might just be some internal book cooking. Once the truth started coming out, the lawyer we hired took their money, $50,000, and ended things right after the discovery of the other company and of the lie what the partners were hiding. These lawyers claimed to have fulfilled their obligations and more money lost. Now we're left high and dry because no lawyer will touch the case, claiming statute of limitations, even though we didn't even know what was going on till just a few months ago. These buttholes get away at it because we can't find anyone willing to help. It's like being mugged, but nobody will stop and help. No charges, no court, nothing, but sad and unhappy. You should expose them publicly. Share the details, PM me, and I can help get the info to some tech journalists that I used to work with. Literally almost everything about myself. I can't live with my own thoughts anymore. I really don't like my face all that much, or my uneven body. Everyone thinks I'm just quiet, but I can't think about anything at all without contradicting it, so I just stay silent. I always regret every little thing I do, no matter what it is, and this is just all that I'm willing to reveal. Man, same. Becoming disabled. Losing 30+ years of working with animals, training dogs and horses. Working with abused horses mostly. I miss riding and being the voice for those that have none. This past week my daughter, due to aches, isn't speaking to me. I've rarely seen her due to him. I spent 8 months with a suicidal girlfriend. The moment it got too much for me, I moved away for a couple of months. She got medicated, which I had been begging her to do the entire time, and is completely perked up and moved on, found someone else. Now I'm sitting here wondering if it was me causing it, and feeling like an butthole for resenting that she's getting on with life and I'm lonely as frick living with my parents again. I should be happy she's happy, but I just feel hurt. Christmas pressure. Supposed to be all yay, but I just want it to be over. Plus it's stress triggered my TMJ, so there's that added fun. Sharing custody of my kids. They are happy that they get to see both parents, so I know I should be happy that they are happy, and I am happy for them, but words fail to describe how much I miss them when they are gone. Separation after 10 years together. There is little to no joy in anything. I went from being someone with countless hobbies and who was talkative to someone who literally a shell of my former self. I was recently asked what I like to do. I honestly didn't have an answer, and it took me way too long to just come up with a lie. Constant feeling of impending doom. Then I have to remind myself many are feeling the same thing and that I'm not alone. Me and my girlfriend are going to break up, and it's no one's fault. We're heading down 2 different paths and it pains me so freaking deeply. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm in the exact same situation with my boyfriend. I can never get past the job interview, so I'm stuck with my parents. I hate whoever keeps getting the interview after me and is a better fit for the position more than anyone else in the world. Having serious problems finding a place to live, we were illegally evicted a few months ago and moved into a house that we just found out was foreclosed. I've called about over 50 places in the last week alone. They either don't allow pets, won't rent to anyone with an eviction, want too much money, or are already rented and forgot to take the ad down. I found exactly one place so far that was a private landlord who would rent it us if we paid 6 months in advance. I'm at the point now where I'm looking at campers for sale. The bank won't give us any info on the foreclosure because we didn't own the house, so I literally don't even know how much time we have left to find a place yet. Trauma from losing family at a young age and being unable to properly process it, as crappy as it sounds, being poor, fear of being a queer black man in a place that dislikes both of those things. Man, I'm sorry, one day at a time. My parents, but at least I'll have my little phone here to keep me happy and calm. Without it I'd rage terribly enough to actually want to commit suicide or kill someone. So to keep me calm, I'll need to have my phone. I know it sucks, man, but sometimes your phone can be an addiction, so just take a break from your phone and engage in your hobbies or meditate. I'll be 39 Thursday and still live with my parents. I have PTSD, borderline personality disorder, and major depressive disorder with frequent bouts of suicidal thoughts attempts. I'm on disability, see a therapist and psychiatrist, attend DBT and have acts every other week. I will never actually live, despite my dreams. This is most likely as good as it will get for me. Sorry for being negative, Nancy. Just wanted to say DBT helped me a lot. I hope it helps you. In the middle of a transition at work, will feel better once it's kind of decided in a week or two. Going through a divorce, high credit card balance, stock accounts going down recently that make that worse. That all being said, I think I have a handle on most of it. Just kinda sucks for a bit. Man, here I was about to come in with a light-hearted comment about my head cold and being congested. I maybe didn't read the room correctly here. Money. All the bad things seem to be happening at once and I am scary broke. Been having panic attacks and crazy depression from it. Medical bills that went to collections. When I was unemployed due to debilitating panic attacks, I had to use my dad's corpse money I got after he died. When taxes came they wanted me to pay back a few grand, even though I had $3 in my bank. I'm not even 30 yet and I don't think I'll ever be able to pay them off. I used to have amazing credit that I started building when I was a teen. Now it's all left. My mom thinks I should declare bankruptcy. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Even monthly payments aren't affordable and I can't afford to hire help. How much I'll let myself go after the death of my daughter last year. I don't even recognize myself. I feel so old and I'm only 30. Left a stressful job for a completely different one that pays more and should be less stressful, but 6 days in and I'm really bored and not getting trained at all, so I'm starting to really regret it. Start taking online courses on the clock. Companies won't hire me because I don't have experience despite going to college in that field of study, so I'm stuck living with my parents who I don't get along with. 100% this. Although I get to loan with my dad, I'm so tired of living at home. It's a catch-22. They won't hire you because you aren't experienced, but you can't get experience without a job. It really sucks. And treated health problems. Added cervical dystonia and meds not working on either. Not totally unhappy. Could be a lot worse. Just uncomfortable and not being able to enjoy. Failed family court system. Even with custody, I have not seen 3 of my 6 children from my first marriage since November 2016. I'm holding my final decree in hand tonight and meet with lawyers in morning to sign. Nothing is going to be done about the years of 25.03 violations. Felony here in Texas, and the court does not care. Home study does not care. I just got an explanation of benefits saying I owe $87K for a CAT scan. I'm pretty sure it's an error on the bill for submitting it under the wrong service provider, but I'm frickin' livid right now. my parents' divorce, lots of threats, lives held over heads, verbal abuse, lying, and cheating. Gotta love those early adult years. My abuser is getting married in a few days to someone I care about, and a couple of people I've reached out to have completely invalidated the 3 years of abuse she put me through and turned it all back on me. I've been having some of the worst panic PTSD attacks and psychotic breaks of my life in the last few days. My younger brother's death 14 months ago is still haunting me. Now my mother's health is giving out after a decade of slowly sliding. Came here to mention how my own procrastination is causing me mad anxiety and self-loathing, as well as being thousands of miles from my man. After reading a couple of comments, I now feel like a spoiled brat. To anyone who ventured into this post, I hope whatever you're dealing with gets better as soon as possible. Much love. I can't seem to find a job that can afford me the ability to live comfortably alone, so I'm stuck in my parents' old rotting house. They can't afford to move anywhere else and won't accept any sort of help in paying for somewhere else from me or my siblings. I get to listen to my sister poison herself and lie to the rest of us about it daily. Every job I work in I am made fun of for being small and weak, with people insisting that if I just push myself to the point that my heart stops beating, I will somehow gain more muscle and height. I spend each day wishing I wasn't so lonely, but my inability to ignore the negativity in my life makes me unlovable. My weakness is seen as disgusting, and rightly so. I don't believe I can change the circumstances I am stuck in. I am just not built for it. I'm not smart enough, strong enough, resilient enough, or just enough. Yet still I persist. I fear the consequences of taking my own life more than a living heck. Family issues. Financial problems, low self-esteem, relationship problems, my mom's problem. The thing is, my older sis, 25, has 2 kids and different guys. She got pregnant on the first one at the age of 19. It really sucks hearing people's comment about our family because of my sis mistakes. Someone also cursed and bullied me that maybe I'll be like my sis. Totally terrifying and haunting thing. My reputation as a woman was quite ruined cause of my sis mistakes. Right now, my sis is so blessed that my mom still accepted her. She is living with us with the kids. And I need to take care of her kids sometime because she still needs to finish college. Now, I felt like I can't finish my schoolworks for such mess and noise at the house. My sis is not that responsible to her kids. She felt young and free while I am stuck and staying at home always. She can still spend time with her friends and enjoy things. And I can't feel that I am still a teenager. I am so weak, but I need to be strong. I still love my sis, but my hatred towards her makes me drive like nuts. Also, many problems are arising. Anyway, I am still living. Not being able to afford food, my lack of hours for a job, feeling like I won't pass uni, even though I probs will, lol. And how my family is pretty abysmal, lol. I'm not seeing anyone for Christmas. I have a tooth that is doing resorption, basically destroying itself. It's been going on for a month and was finally just diagnosed today. I haven't been able to eat much solid food for a while without serious pain, and probably won't be able to until the tooth is pulled out. Most of the time it hurts to varying degrees and I'm not sleeping well. It's making me feel very grumpy. I need a root canal, but I have to wait until January for insurance purposes. I will still have to pay $1,300. Other than this being a financial shitshow, my tooth is hurting me so badly, all the time, and can only eat soft foods on one side of my mouth. I feel your pain. It's torture. Depression. I feel so awful. All I feel is isolated and alone. I have all this time and nothing to do with it. Every time I talk to someone, I hear the little voice in the back of my head telling me how they don't actually care about me. I feel so insecure and I don't even know why. Sinus infection I've had for 4 months. Always hurts. My best friend also died, so that sucks, but God, y'all don't know how icky my nose feels. Myself. I am anxious and dealing with past abuse from my father. In therapy now, but dang, I can be miserable for no reason sometimes. My mother and stepfather are always arguing and they sometimes take their anger on me. Pat on my back for not committing suicide even with all of this abuse. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.